Oh, come at me, daddy.
Now you mad you demonically possessed with a child on top of that. So once you cultivate, and this is real talk, trigger warning, should have said that at the beginning. After bearing the disgust that come from observing your base motives, you cultivated higher ones, such as charity.
Hey, nigga, you wanna play?
Love.
Hey, nigga, let me suck your dick.
They hating on your boy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go right into the verses. Revelation, if you want to open up your Bibles and read with me. Revelation chapter 2. We're gonna do 1 through 9. And we're gonna talk about demon time. We're gonna talk about the solar plexus. And we're gonna talk about the sacral chakra. In human beings, we're talking about the adrenal glands, sacral gland, and the solar plexus gland. These produce vital hormones that deal with our mood. So if you feel like shit, but you got a lot of money, you still feel like shit. If you feel like shit and somebody love you, still feel like shit. If you feel like shit and you look halfway decent, still feel like shit. If you're absolutely gorgeous, I mean drop dead gorgeous, and you feel like shit, you still feel like shit. So feeling like shit, nothing you can do externally can absolve how you feel. The only thing that can tap you into how you feel is your sacral chakra. So in our sacral chakras, we deal with everything that's desirable and appealing. So you might think, if I look good, I'll feel good. And to a certain extent, that is true. But if you're looking for your look and your desires to sustain you, you'll be fucked up. Because the only thing that can sustain you is observation. But let's get into it. Verse 1. With regard to the motives of your sacral chakra, apply these instructions because they come from the one who holds the energies for all 7 chakras. Usually, when you're not in tune to your chakras, you're not in tune to your endocrine glands, which is 99% of the population, you are under some demonic rule. So most people will say, I'm either a Democrat or a Republican. Say it with me, y'all. Demon-crat, Republican. That's probably the other version of the demon. So you got to choose a side. Satan means the adversary. So usually people are divided, meaning my side is the best side and your side is messed up. And the reason you may be suffering is because you don't go to church that I go to. You ain't go to the college that I went to. You ain't root for the team that I root for. You didn't live in the neighborhood I lived in. Your mama wasn't my mama. Your daddy wasn't my daddy. It gotta be some reason for which you are fucked up and I'm doing well. The reality is that none of these things are actually true, because you can then join the church that a person say is giving them the salvation and your life still giving you hell. You can wear your makeup the same way the bitch did in the tutorial, but your life still giving you hell. So in reference to your 7 chakras, it's very internal, it's very specific, and it's reference to how you feel. To the young ladies out there, not how you look, not how you talking, not how you acting, not how you being, but really how you feeling. And this comes from purity. Purity comes from observation. Observation is, why am I doing the shit that I'm doing? If you're just doing shit, keeping up with the Joneses, most young women are, no shade, but most women is just trying to compete with their friend. Most young men trying to do what their friends do. You got to really tune into your soul. These are the times of revelation, or otherwise you're going to be a fucking zombie. So let's go further. In the sacral center lies ancient racial fears and deep personal desires. So usually what gives a person a demonic possession is really wanting something. Really wanting a business, really wanting that job, really wanting that boyfriend, really wanting that house, really wanting that thing and not giving it and not having it. So since you don't have the thing that you so desperately want, you give yourself the permission to feel bad, which opens it up for demons. Demons really show up when you're down and out, and they present you with an opportunity to get out of your down and outness. Now, the demon can lift you out of your shit, but your soul can lift you out of your shit too. But usually the demon will come back and get some, he want his get back. So usually these rappers, which are really demonic, right? What type of person get paid millions of dollars to say, I'ma kill you, I'ma kill you, I'ma kill you, I'ma kill you? sell dope, sell dope, sell dope, sell dope. That's demonic. But then we want to be sad when the demon comes back and collects on their fucking deal with the devil, especially in these times. So usually the rapper says, I'm gonna deal with the demonic entity to get out the hood. He gets out the hood, still ends up getting shot as if he was still in the hood. Crazy times, but it's really important that you follow your soul and not a demon. The main part of you being under mind control or demon possession is that you was sad one time and you said, I'll do anything not to feel this sad again, and you tuned in and tapped into a demon. Most women have relationships with demons. Most women have relationship with demons, and most people is not ready to have that conversation. This is why y'all just talking about everything in the world other than how to exercise your demon. How do you exercise your demons, you might ask? Psilocybin. Microdosing psilocybin. Because a demon is not going to say, hey, I'm possessing you, bitch. Don't worry about it. I got you. Usually you'll be all alone in your fantasy and you'll have psychic gifts. So when you get a reading for somebody who don't actually know what they're talking about, but they somewhat intuitive, is usually because they're a demon and they have little droplets of psychic abilities that they trying to scam you for $10 readings on Instagram. Anyways, I know your motives and your past efforts to look carefully at. This is what we're talking about, doing shadow work. Looking at why you do what you do. If you're a young lady or you're a young man and you're just doing shit and you don't know why you're doing it, you don't have a destination, probably under some form of demonic influence, demonic possession. You should know why you're doing what you're doing. If you're confused about this, confusion is the food for your demon. So the demon puts a blindfold on you, and when you run into a wall and you're in pain, that's what the demon feeds off of. It feeds off your confusion. Now your soul knows. Your soul is here to guide you. Your soul is here to put you in a better place. May you find it now. May you tune so deeply into yourself, see your soul clearly, so you're not under demonic possession. I know your motives and your past efforts to look carefully at your demonic. All within yourself. If you're not understanding the demonic possession that comes from the music, the entertainment, the television, the social media, then 10 times out of 10 you're possessed by it because you don't have a good excuse to justify it other than your demonic possession. Did you do it? Did you do a purity ritual? Did you exorcise some demons? Well, then they're probably still in you. Oh, you joined the spiritual community. Well, the spiritual community is fucking infested with demons. Most of the people you come across with crystals, with tarot cards, with talking the shit that we talk are going to be demonic. That's why you got to be so tuned in to yourself that ain't none of these niggas worth shit. Because everything is within you. Now, since everything is within you, you got to clean up this shit. You got to remove the demonic influence. You got to remove the ability to just be moving through life, lack of motives, just doing shit. Oh, he cute. Oh, I think it'll work out. So after you do shadow work, and shadow work specifically, to make a long story short, when you mad at your baby mama, when you mad at your baby daddy, do you bust out their windows or do you journal and get to the root of your anger? 10 times out of 10 you don't. So you just rather deal with the demonic possession. After bearing the disgust that came from observing your base motives, you cultivated higher ones. So when you do the shadow work, when you say, I'm mad at my fucking baby daddy, I really don't need to be mad at this nigga, you'll develop a higher motive to probably pour into him. You're the one that had a child with him in the first place. Might as well pour into him. Don't kick him in while he's down. It's your fucking daughter or son that is this nigga's DNA. You opened your fucking pussy hole. Might as well pour into him now, sis. If you didn't want to pour into him, you shouldn't have opened up that pussy. Shouldn't have been calling him daddy. Shouldn't have been saying,
Oh, come at me, daddy. Oh, come at me, daddy.
now you mad you demonically possessed with a child on top of that. So once you cultivate, and this is real talk, trigger warning, should have said that at the beginning. After bearing the disgust that comes come from observing your base motives, you cultivated higher ones, such as charity,
Hey nigga, you wanna play?
love.
Hey nigga, let me suck your dick.
No, don't suck your baby daddy's dick. Suck a stranger's dick. My fault. That's even better. Invite a stranger over your house that you don't know and suck his dick. Don't suck your baby daddy's dick. Horrible advice. Suck a stranger's dick. Your kids is in the house, but don't invite their daddy in. Invite some nigga that you just met on Tinder. Suck his dick. That's the best advice. Mercy. Oh, your baby daddy is fucked up, bitch, and you perfect. And your government assisted. Never mind. Too deep? Maybe I'm going too deep. That embody my nature. So let's talk about your first baby daddy. The one that you got the car put in your name. The one that you fucking put the dope in your pussy when y'all got put over. Now you done got grown and mature, and now you want these niggas to kiss your ass now. Last time I checked, your nature was mercy, charity, and love. Maybe you giving that to the wrong person. Maybe you giving it to the right person, but we talking about motives. Why are you doing what you are doing? 10 times out of 10, if you doing shit for a nigga and be like, well, I'ma do this for you. Now you got me on the end, right?
I'ma let you bust in this pussy. Now you gonna take care of the baby.
It don't work like that. Have the nigga take care of you before he busts in the pussy to ensure that if he do bust in the pussy, you have some backup. But you ain't have no game growing up. This is real shit. Nobody gamed you up. So you just letting the nigga bust in you first and saying, yeah, I'll take care of you. And now you like mad at yourself because you didn't deal with the motives of even dealing with a nigga. Get paid first. You get paid first. Make sure you get the money first. And then maybe he can get some pussy. Possibly, maybe he can get some pussy. But if you ever out here just giving pussy for nothing, why did you even do that? You were distinct by the selfishness and hypocrisy that you saw within yourself. See, what I'm trying to do is make you look in yourself and say, damn, I'm on bullshit. Let me change. Observing your base motives, you cultivated higher ones. So you get into the spiritual community where bitches have never did alchemy, said, well, everything I did was perfect. Here go the tools and the key. And you never observed your base motives and cultivated higher ones. So now you understand why listening to bitches is never going to get you nowhere. Listening to hoes trying to pay their rent on time without getting evicted is never going to get you nowhere. Nevertheless, you have failed to some extent because you are no longer looking carefully at your motive. Therefore, remember the discipline from which you have fallen. Return to it. Resume your careful observation. Resume your careful observation of the soul, because the development of the right motive is progressive effort. Acting like everything you did yesterday was right and exact because you look halfway decent, because you got a little money in the bank account and you doing better than a couple of niggas that's in the project, that you doing the right thing. You got to look at yourself and discover the filth that's within yourself to actually make the changes. Don't be accountable for me. Be accountable for your fucking soul. Because what tends to happen is this negative emotional reaction is bubbling beneath the surface. Everything is fine as long as you're not triggered. I'm not living like that with nobody. And if you living like that, you're in prison. Or God will respond quickly and remove your crown chakra from its position of receiving new insight unless you change. I should put that shit in. They should have put this shit on bold. Unless you change. Because a bitch is never trying to change. You understand that? One thing's for sure, two things for certain. She ain't trying to change. He ain't trying to change. And nobody is trying to get downloads from source. Niggas is talking about slavery. Shit that happened in 1700. It's 2022. All different types of technologies. All different types of new slaveries and demonic possessions. And niggas want to talk about slavery. We talking about development of right motive is a progressive and constantly one shifts of one's incentive when one discovers himself. So imagine that you're going the right direction because you don't fucking know yourself and you're ignorant of the soul. Then you do the inner work. You deal with the conversation that you're having with yourself. If you're serious about the conversation with your soul, is going to lead about to change. A change in you. A change in how you go about shit. And if you ain't willing to change, you're not willing to actually tap into your soul. You're not willing to deal with the negative emotional reactions. They'll be bubbling underneath the surface. And as long as everything go right, you in good shape. But the moment you looking at that bitch like, is you wearing that dress out tonight with me? Is you about to really come out the house looking like that with me? Now you got a black eye. And you like, damn, I thought I could be honest. No, I got this fucking negative emotional reaction bubbling beneath the surface, nigga. And you better not trigger it or I'ma beat your fucking ass. But you have already received the key insight. Let me start that over. But you have already received the key insight. insight. There is no justification for behaving in a selfish and hypocritical way. So when you're dealing with a woman and she's selfish towards you and she acting as if she ain't got to do shit for you or change for you or better herself for you, then you also know that that's a demonic possession and you should get far away from that. Ladies, I don't have to tell you if you're dealing with a selfish man, a nigga saying, well, you gonna pay for this, you gonna pick me up. Y'all already know not to deal with a nigga like that. These niggas out here feel like they gotta do everything for a bit and then don't even understand when the hoe is demonically possessed. And I'm not talking about the women that's watching this. None of y'all ladies that watch my channel got a demonic possession. Of course not. I'm talking about the bitches out in the world, the men that have good hearts to deal with. These bitches are demonically possessed. And then they got him doing everything for her. And he trying to figure out when he gonna get his. You ain't gonna never get yours. You feed in the whole demon. So when you sad, now that demon can eat too. If you are attentive to your inner listening ear, not what they doing over there, not what they're doing over there. If you are attentive to your inner listening ear, which is your crown chakra, which is your pituitary gland, you can hear the instructions of your soul. When you have overcome the barriers within yourself, soul will give you access to the plane of divine ideas, which lies within the mind of you. There are blueprints inside of you that you can just simply read, but you, one, don't believe in yourself, two, trust in yourself, and you got these negative emotions bubbling beneath the surface. Soon as I call you a fat ass bitch, you want to beat me up. And I'm just like talking shit. I call my friends fat ass bitches. It ain't like I really mean it.
No, I've been gaining weight. I've been gaining weight, Hood. I've been gaining weight. Don't call me fat. I'm out to...
Well, Hood, you shouldn't be calling people fat ass bitches. No, I'm clowning. I'm fat too, but I'm working out, doing something about it. So when I say fat joke, it's because it's out of love. And if a motherfucker mad about a fat joke, take they fat ass to the gym. With regard to the emotion, I'm fat, so I can only be talking to myself. If a person get in on a joke, why you talking about fat people? Because I can talk about my fucking self. Well, I'm fat too. Take your ass to the gym too. Like me too. Fat too? I'm fat one and you fat too. What the fuck are we gonna do? Go to the fucking gym. With regard to the emotions of your solar plexus chakra, apply these instructions because they come from those whose help is always present, who seems to have been buried by your life in the physical world. Ain't nothing spiritual about a fat nigga. Ain't nothing spiritual about a fat person. A fat person already letting you know what time they on. They trying to eat. Yeah. Spiritual. Miracle. Where the fried chicken at though? Okay. Well, you fat Hood. You spiritual. I don't have a fat spirit. I gotta exercise these demons. I've been microdosing and I've been having to go to the gym. See, when you do psilocybin is a teacher. It's telling you, boy, you fat as fuck. You better take your ass to the gym, nigga. And really, that's what I need. I need that. So it's an adaptogen. So you might need something completely different. You probably not doing. So what psilocybin does is kind of help teaches you. The physical world not going to help. I know your desires, sorrow, and ignorance, even though you have access to unlimited divine wisdom. This is why you don't need to feel sorry for nobody. This is why you don't need to deal with ambitious people. This is why you don't need to deal with dumb people. Because within all of us is unlimited acts of divine wisdom. And if a bitch think that a PlayStation 5 or a PlayStation 8 is going to make them feel better, or if a hoe think the new Victoria's Secret two-piece is going to put them in the upper echelon with hoes, if they think that being stupid to the world, not learning the necessary knowledge is going to help them, you need to stay far away from them people. You need to really get into your soul. And I know your arrogance when you have feelings of religious superiority. This is what a lot of spiritual demons go through. They get the success and now they're religiously superior. I gotta call myself a fat nigga a lot of times because if I really talk like I'm supposed to talk, I would be talking as I'm some type of religious superior figure or some shit. And the reality is I'm just a regular nigga out here just giving offerings to Zeus, right? Tapping into the lightning, harnessing lightning energy, and whatever the fuck I'm doing. I'm out here living life, which shows that such feelings are hypocritical and based on illusion. Follow your soul. Don't follow nobody. If you feel like you're here to help people and guide people, so be it. But really, go back to verse 4. Nevertheless, you have failed to some extent because you are no longer looking carefully at your motives. You are no longer looking carefully at your motives. Back to 9. When you are hypocritical, you are also having your feelings based on illusion. And it's nothing about what I did yesterday or how a nigga feel about me, because a motherfucker gonna call me a fat bitch tomorrow. I guarantee you.
Shut the fuck up, you fat bitch.
And they gonna be right. But when it comes to me, I understand that I have access to unlimited divine wisdom, and this is what I offer you. Alignment. Align with your soul. That's the only thing that's not illusionary.
Walk in the light,